After years of trying, Britney Spears has finally managed to break free from the conservatorship. Like, free. Judge Brenda Penny declared Britney's conservatorship ended immediately at a very short hearing on Friday afternoon. According to TMZ, the judge gathered all parties in the case and asked them one by one if there was any objection to ending the 13-year arrangement. Nobody objected.
The dad's hand slowly goes
Well,
up.
no, he wants out big
really?
time, and I'll tell you why. Because her lawyer, Matthew Rosengart, didn't rule out the idea of suing Britney's dad or former manager for misusing millions of dollars. So one of the reasons that this ended so quickly is they stopped protesting like on a dime when they started talking about conservatorship abuse, possible jail time. He wants out.
There's probably literally receipts, right? Because that money came from somewhere and went somewhere.
It's also impossible to not, they spend it how the government spends it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just you get free money.
$2 million.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, but the most laughable part is anytime he wanted to, I don't know, sue somebody, sue her, bring her to court, she's paying for it.
Yeah. All right. So the good news is we can stop talking about Britney Spears after this. I'm hoping.
No, because now we're going to see what she does with her life, like marry her fiance. There is, however, still a restraining order in place for Sam Lutfi.
That can't be true. I just talked to him earlier today. He's a good guy.
Any
Nice
thoughts,
guy.
Brian?
Sam Lutfi.
He was
Lutfi.
Lutfi.
Yeah.
Lutfi.
He was the manager during the shaved head period.
Oh, right.
He's a college friend of mine.
Yeah.
I'm happy to
Brian
reach
has
out
an
and get him on the
insight.
show sometime.
That would be great.
It'd be interesting. I don't know.
I don't care.
What's she have in the tank creatively? Is she like writing songs?
Well, the whole time
she
she
have
was
written songs?
the whole time she was under conservatorship, she was touring the world and doing residencies. She said that she will do more albums, but like has no desire to tour. I think she wants to have another baby. I mean, didn't she get like a birth control implant? I think she just wants to experience life again.
I was listening to a lot of Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
Now we're talking.
Because I was driving with my daughter.
A white artist with the charts are off. What do you think about that?
Got to laugh.
I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I got to be honest.
I got to be honest, but sort of going into it to speak to the biases. She's a pretty blonde, and so you go, oh, come on, look at her, come on, she's a real artist. You know what I mean? And you pop her, my daughter fires her up, and you're listening to the songs when you're driving around, and you're like, oh, she's good. She's a really good artist.
Super catchy, well-written pop songs.
Yeah. And some that run a little deeper, like kind of interesting angles and lyrics and all that kind of stuff. And, well, first off, it's so nice. Your choices, you get Taylor Swift or you get...
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, DJ Khaled, or what's his name from where they just trampled
Harry
everyone.
Styles?
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott or whatever, and it's like, it's crazy.
Brian, fake news.
It's certainly super annoying. Also, I cannot wrap my head around the ritual, which is pick up her friend, get in the car, drive around for an hour with music blaring, and then drop her friend off. We dropped her friend off last night. She was getting out of the car, and I was like, hey, good talk. Because nobody uttered
That's all that happened?
Nobody utters a syllable.
Did you go for something? Ice cream?
No.
Did they drive?
Natalia drives. I sit in the passenger
she's a wheel
seat.
time, I see.
Her friend gets in the back. They blare music that mostly annoys me, except for now Taylor Swift. We go in a circle around the Rose Bowl, just up there,
She's
around
15.
everywhere.
She needs like wheel time.
Yeah, and then we drop her friend off, and there's never word exchange.
Wow.
Wait, so you're not driving? Your wife is driving?
No.
No, my daughter's driving.
15-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, your daughter's driving.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
And how's that going? Is she good?
Yeah, she's getting a little too good because
Baby
Chris,
driver
yeah.
situation.
she doesn't like whatever my constructive criticism may
those are
be.
the worst.
Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, when dad tries to control you too much on the road, I mean, I only started learning driving a couple years ago, and my dad was the one that taught me. My mom, she just wouldn't enter in the car with me. She would start freaking out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just like around the block driving at like 20 kilometers an hour. And like she would
What
just
does
start.
that mean? I failed.
Chris, do the conversion.
Oh yeah.
Well, they were going
Miles, yeah.
like 16 miles.
Okay.
I know, we're fucking around.
Yeah, sorry.
But but like dads are definitely better for driving than moms. Moms tend to freak out a little bit. I mean, unless my mom is just weird. Which
I don't think so.
She probably is, but
no? I think it's weird. I still drive. You know, my wedding, my mom was in the car for some errands, and for no reason. I'm talking no reason. She likes to hold on to the little oh shit handle and just go. Which 100% will make me get into an accident. I
had never experienced this before until I met Christy's mom.
Yep, see?
She flings herself at the dash when she's in the passenger seat. Like, God forbid, Christy's dad is driving and mom's in the passenger seat. Dad hits the brakes because, there's cars stopped and whatever. She will, when I say fling, I'm trying to exaggerate. She'll go like that.
She's
kind
a
of
flapper.
Thing. Yeah, she literally just reach out and grab the dash with both hands.
Moms do that.
It's an interesting glimpse into people's psyche.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a passenger. I'm just a rag doll. I just sit there. Maybe I'm used to it. Also,
a professional racer.
Yeah.
A professional racer.
Yeah, I just sit there. Now the one thing that I got yelled at for repeating, which is that kids, young drivers, inexperienced drivers don't understand, is they turn that corner, like one side street to another. They turn the corner, and then they always unwind the wheel, the wheel does unwind itself. Just leave your hands loose on the wheel and let it come back. They're always turning it back.
Yeah.
I got slapped on the wrist for bringing that up one too many times. But
wait, I'm sorry. Whose car is it?
My car.
Okay, I think you can tell her.
Not my rules, but driving around. But again, the ritual of just listening to music with no conversations, don't understand it.
Wow.
Not sure what's in it for the friend, but
that
here
was
we
my
go.
other question. Okay.
Don't know.
This is someone we are not going to stop hearing about for a while. Marilyn Manson. More weird shit coming out about him.
Stone article or something?
Yeah. So apparently he had a room in his house. And when I say room, I mean tiny cube, essentially, like the size of a dressing room.
He needed an intervention. Oh, sorry, go ahead. What did he do? Something weird?
Oh, the weirdest. Just let me get through this because
all right. Well, then I'll say what
2.5 paragraphs.
He's up to no good or weirdness.
It's pretty bad.
He needed an intervention from Alice Cooper very early on in his career, which is basically, hey, all this fucking ghoul makeup, that's just so I can hammer a check.
I really go golfing.
Then I live in Prescott.
Right.
And I fucking golf.
Right.
And I check my stock portfolio from the links. Like, you got to fucking drop it. This isn't a lifestyle. You're not
you don't take work home with you.
You're not an actual ghoul. You understand? You do that to trick dumb people into thinking you're good because you don't possess talent.
You're a man of flesh and bone.
But you got to put all the fucking face. Look, if I could sing or write a song, I wouldn't have to go through the fucking 10 hours of hair and makeup before I walk out there, pulled out in a coffin or sarcophagus.
But here we are.
But here we are. Here, you have no talent. I have no talent. I'm going to keep all my money, and I'll be normal as soon as I get off the fucking stage. You can't live this shit. You're going to get arrested.
Well, because nobody told him that, guess what he did? He lives in this, I imagine, a very fancy apartment in West Hollywood, one of his properties. And it came with a soundproof glass cube, the size of but glass, see-through, the size of a dressing room. And he had that converted and made sure it was super soundproof, and he called it the bad girl's room. So to torture his girlfriends, allegedly, for any the slightest transgression, he'd throw them in there. And ex-girlfriend Ashley Morgan Smithline says he enjoyed leaving her in there for hours, and the more she struggled, the more he enjoyed it to get out of the room. So then she would just go limp and wait.
It's soundproof. How did she know he was enjoying it? Was he outside there?
Clear.
Looking at him?
I think so.
Game of cackling silently.
Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco alleges that Marilyn Manson, frequently deprived her of sleep and food and bit, cut, electrocuted her, whipped her, raped her during their 2 years together. This article, the Rolling Stones article, long, but it goes on to say that the apartment had swastikas and porn pics everywhere and the word AIDS written over the bed. And between the
He's just a big fan.
Between the 24, he loved the diet candy.
Yeah.
Between the 24-hour blackout curtains and the fact that it was never above 65 degrees, they call it the black refrigerator or the meat locker.
I agree with him on that. It's so much nicer especially
in this heat.
Sleeping, yeah.
I agree. So in the past year, just to refresh your memory,
anyone kick Marilyn Manson's ass? Like, seems like if
he's
you didn't,
tall.
he's tall.
He's lanky.
He's rangy. I feel
Who's done more with less with the ladies? He's got an impressive roster. Him or Pete Davidson?
That's tough. The question really is who's funnier. Because I've interviewed Marilyn Manson. He's pretty good on his feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite the cutout.
He's
Marilyn,
funny.
I don't know Marilyn to be especially hilarious, so I'm going to go with Marilyn Manson.
He does a more believable Joe Rogan, I think, was what we'd say about Marilyn.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you remember when, now this was actually brilliant. He used to write fuck across his face at the airport so paparazzi couldn't print the pictures. Pretty clever like a fox.
Yeah.
But he also is up for lots of lawsuits. In the past year, more than a dozen women have come forward accusing him of psychological sexual abuse. Several interviews with LA Times, People, 4 have filed civil lawsuits. According to a statement from his attorney, Warner vehemently denies any and all claims of sexual assault or abuse of anyone.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Of course he does. But he needs help. Like, somebody should send help ASAP.
Yeah.
What about the girls locked in his place? They sent help for them.
Well, yeah, but like we don't want more victims though in the future.
Well, and like remember, I'm just saying this off the top of my head, but wasn't it Evan Rachel Wood who was in like a Nazi uniform or something? And everyone's like, what the fuck's wrong with her? But like, then she was like, no, he used to make us do shit like that. Like,
It was her.
Well, first off, whether it's him or R. Kelly, I couldn't get my ex-wife to bring me home an In-N-Out burger when she went to In-N-Out. How's this work? Much less dress up. Hey, I need you to start goose-stepping around here in this Nazi uniform. Like, she'd be like, I don't bring you In-N-Out burgers. What are we talking about here? Like, how do they cast this spell? I've never been with a woman and gotten her. I can't give them to rinse out coffee mugs. Forget about goose-stepping and Nazi
Very good
outfits.
question.
Maybe you and Marilyn have a lot in common. Maybe this is reverse engineered, where all he wants is In-N-Out and rinsed out coffee mugs, but with the big ask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, bitch, you fucking dressed up as Hitler for me. You know,
That's a
at
good
least you
point.
can do is rinse out this goddamn coffee
Right.
mug.
The real victims are the next boyfriends of these chicks because it's like, open the limo door. Yeah, we're going out. It's dark. Like, I got to have the divider open between the driver. Like,
And the recording booth. No!
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of post-traumatic whatever.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Lovemaking is going to be tough.
Yeah. So, but then this isn't, well, no, it's not. I was going to say this is a good apples to apples, but I don't think the girls with Armie Hammer liked it either. I was going to say, if Marilyn Manson comes up to you and says, I'm going to, electrocute you and bite you, you go fuck yourself. Then Armie Hammer,
Yeah.
consider
True.
it? I don't know.
And also, it's like if you just showed a headshot of Marilyn Manson and a headshot of Armie Hammer, and it'd be like,
That's the whole spectrum.
these two dudes into basically the same shit. Like you go, wow, I'm somewhere.
Right.
Everyone is
somewhere-
every
Absolutely.
male that's ever been born lands somewhere
Yes.
between those two. So we're all potential victimizers.
That's exactly
That's what
right.
I got to say.
You're absolutely right.
All my first Ron Jeremy, now this. I mean, all my heroes.
I
Never
know.
have any heroes.
When does it
man.
end?
I
Never
gotta go
have
home.
heroes.
Don't meet your
I gotta
heroes.
take another poster down. Jesus Christ! And it's on the ceiling, so I got to get
Sure,
up
of
on the
course.
fucking ladder.
I guess we could call it a Twitter feud. Pretty big Twitter feud kicked off this weekend, but one of these guys keeps putting his money where his mouth is. So the latest kind of Twitter war, kind of a one-way war that everyone's talking about is between Elon Musk and Bernie Sanders. Did you see this? I'll show you the tweet.
I'd heard a couple of tweets about
Well,
it.
it happened
was
over the
fun.
weekend.
That was a lot of
It
fun.
was pretty funny. Sanders saying, we must demand that the extremely wealthy pay their fair share, period. And we've heard him say that a million times. So he he didn't say like at Elon Musk or anything. He just said it. But Musk got the message and then tweeted to Sanders, I keep forgetting that you're still alive. Then he followed it up with another tweet an hour later saying, want me to sell more stock, Bernie? Just say the word. Now, what he's referring to is, so Fox News reports that Musk recently sold $1.1 billion in Tesla stock after taking a Twitter poll if he should do it. And Twitter said just over half said yes.
This is
I said yes.
example
There you go.
A of this is example A of where you want to be. I'm going to talk to my kids about this. Elon Musk, he doesn't have FU money.
Oh.
He has F me money.
Yep.
everyone goes, oh, I want F you money, F you. You want F me. Where he goes, I can fuck myself and sell a bunch of stock and be out $2 billion, and I don't even give a shit.
Doesn't even move the needle.
They're not moving my needle.
And do you want to know to the extent that it doesn't move his needle? Tesla became the most valuable American car maker in 2020. Its current valuation is over $1 trillion, and Musk is set to become the first trillionaire in history.
Well, when guys have, 250 IQ versus a Kardashian who's a billionaire, I'm kind of like, all right, what's the smartest guy in the world? Let him be a billionaire.
Yeah.
It more irks me. This is my, when Pete Davidson gets laid, then I get angry. Do you know what I mean? When George Clooney dips his dick into something, I applaud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We should all be so lucky.
That's the world I want to live in. Yeah,
absolutely.
I think Elon also sent a tweet out that basically said, I can't remember, but something to the effect of, he's a maker, not a taker. Bernie is a fucking taker.
Yeah.
Bernie doesn't have a job. Bernie's job is to get money from guys like Elon and get them to give it to other people.
Right.
I tend to side with the makers versus the takers.
How didn't we/you come up with that?
I don't
maker
know.
versus the taker.
Because when I coined in 1981, when I was spotted in the North Hollywood High communal shower, and I coined the phrase, I'm a grower, not a shower, I thought my work was done.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And
I
it
like
made
that.
sense.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
It spanned the globe.
Right. And
itself.
I just said, my work is
You
done,
retired.
but I should have done Bernie is a taker, not a maker. Thanks, Elon. All right. Andrew Yang is waiting on Zoom, so let's bring it home, Gina Grad.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news. Go fuck yourself.
Gina Grad. That was the news with Gina Grad.
Well, then there's Fight Camp. Get a gift the whole family can use. Fight Camp brings the best workout in the world right into your home and makes it fun, too. Access world-class programming, elite trainers, and premium equipment and smart technology to turn your workout into an interactive experience. It's good for your brain, too. It's good brain fitness because it's not just monotonous, running on a treadmill or on a cycle. Boxing requires focus, precise combinations, make you think about the punches, and clear your mind. Forget you're working out. Start focusing on your sport. Includes a freestanding punching bag, boxing gloves, quick hand wraps, and smart punch trackers as well. Takes up less space than you think. If you have enough room to do a push-up, you have enough room for Fight Camp. It's Fight Camp, right, Dawson?
Now is the best time to get your Fight Camp. Take advantage of their holiday deal going on now. If you purchase this November, you'll get an additional pair of gloves for free. Just go to joinfightcamp.com/Adam to get an additional pair of gloves for free all November. Go to joinfightcamp.com/Adam. Joinfightcamp.com/Adam.
Well, you can check out Rav's blog on Rav Arora, .substack.com, and we'll do a one-on-one with Andrew Yang right after this. He needed an intervention from Alice Cooper very early on in his career, which is basically, hey, all this fucking ghoul makeup, that's just so I can hammer a check.
I really go golfing.
Then I live in Prescott.
Right.
And I fucking golf.
Right.
And I check my stock portfolio from the links. Like, you got to fucking drop it. This isn't a lifestyle. You're not
You don't take work home with
you're
you.
not an actual ghoul.